I want to tell you something. People are highly addicted to sugar.
I love you. I'll call you in 5 minutes. Good idea, you call me. I painted a picture of a butterfly. Okay, I love you. Bye.
And I say people because I'm not part of that people anymore, but I used to be addicted to sugar. I've seen patients with withdrawal symptoms when they quit sugar. Why? Because you're always looking for the same reward. And it's been shown in several studies, it's been shown in rats, it's been shown in humans, that sugar is highly addictive. And it's more addictive, of course, when you use it all the time. The thing is, you might not know that you're using sugar all the time, because you might say, no, but I'm not getting dessert every day, or candy, or ice cream. But you might be using the sauce for the pasta, or in bread, or in crackers, and there is a ton of sugar in there. I'm going to tell you in this video the changes that you're going to see in your body after quitting sugar for 15 days. There is something with sugar that it's very interesting, and it's people come and ask me like, hey doc, isn't it something maybe dangerous if you quit sugar? And I'm like, why? No, you might get hypoglycemia, or you might faint, or you might fall on the floor if you don't eat sugar, because we think that we need sugar because cells need glucose. And this is something very important. You can make glucose out of sugar that you eat, out of starches that come from any other food, out of the fat that you have stored in your body, or even from the proteins that you have in your body. So we don't need sugar for energy. We don't need sugar to thrive. Children don't need sugar to thrive at all. You can quit sugar without any danger. And I used to ask patients, like, you're not afraid by quitting broccoli. You might quit broccoli and what's wrong with that? Well, the same thing. You can quit sugar, honey, any other natural sweetener without any danger at all. So this is something that you can do it, and it's going to be very safe. But if you have a metabolic problem or something else like what I'm going to tell you, you need to quit sugar and start doing it and see what happens. The thing is, we don't need to quit sugar forever. You can quit it for a while, get off the addiction, get off that thing that you always want, that reward of something sweet. See what happens to your body, and then you can have a good relationship with sugar, including it sometimes. On Sunday, go for something sweet, go for an ice cream, make it in a way that it's responsible. Don't use it every single day in your life, and please don't do it for your kids. So we're going to see 10 things that for me are very important that you're going to see for sure after you quit sugar for 15 days. So thing number 1, you're going to see that you're going to feel that you quit an addiction. And sometimes you're going to feel, people might feel withdrawal symptoms of any kind. Headaches, anxiety, nausea, vomiting, panic attacks, anger, whatever. If you feel that, for sure you were addicted to sugar. So this is something that you might feel, and you need to be aware of it. Number 2, you're going to be less hungry. When you're eating sugar all the time, you're going to be spiking glucose all the time. And when you're spiking glucose, you're spiking insulin. When you're spiking a lot of insulin all the time, all the other hormones in which hunger depends, like leptin and like ghrelin, are going to be altered, and you're going to be hungry all the time. When you quit sugar and when you balance all those hormones, all the cravings and all the time that you're hungry, it's going to be less, and you're going to be more full. Number 3, you're going to feel less tired. Many people, after they eat sugar, they have the sugar rush, and then they crash.
I don't know if we should be feeding this kind of stuff.
So at the beginning, you're going to feel like when you see kids after they after they eat sugar
That they're super altered and hyper and running away.
and everything, but afterwards they have the sugar crash and they feel tired. Why? Because they had a big spike of insulin, and when all that glucose goes off your bloodstream, then you can feel that crash. And many people after eating sugar, they feel like numb or sleepy, or they go like, oh, I'm a little bit tired. And it's because of what I'm telling you. Big glucose spike and big insulin spike, and afterwards people feel tired. So when you have this balance, and when you start balancing your hormones, all the hormones in which metabolism depend, then you're going to feel less tired and more energetic. Number 4, it's probable that you're going to lose weight by losing fat and water. When you have more control of the glucose spikes and when you have more control of the insulin spikes, then you're going to start making control on your metabolism. When you have control on your metabolism, you might start using the sugar that you have in your body, all the glucose that you have stored in your cells, then stored as glycogen as well in your muscles and in your liver. If you have more control, then you're going to start using the fat that you have in your body as glucose. So you might lose fat in that path, but also water. Water, why? Because sugar causes a lot of chronic inflammation. And when we have chronic inflammation, one of the ways in which inflammation manifests is by retaining water. So at the beginning, people say, ooh, these days I've seen that I've peed a lot. I've gone to the bathroom to pee all the time, and it's very, very usual, and it's something that you might see. So on these 2 weeks, if you go to the scale, for sure, you're gonna see some differences. So number 5, you're gonna have more control on your emotions. And listen to this, when you're addicted to something, it's especially when there's something that you cannot avoid doing. If I cannot stop gambling, I'm addicted to gambling. If I cannot stop sugar, then I'm addicted to sugar. And whenever I'm addicted to something, all my emotions are going to be not under my control. When I start quitting sugar, and if I'm addicted, at the beginning it's going to be hard. And I just said, number 1, that it's going to be really hard. But after a while, you're going to see that your emotions are going to be in more balance, and then you can see that maybe part of your emotions, part of maybe being angry all the time, it could be that you were addicted to sugar. Number 6, it's a little bit part of number 5 and number 1, and it's that you're going to have more mental clarity. Having mental clarity, it's very important. But when we're addicted and when we have insulin spikes and when we have sugar spikes, it's very hard to have mental clarity. When you're addicted to something, if I'm here working and if I'm trying to concentrate, but I have a sugar crush, or if I have the insulin crash, if I'm thinking on, I need a donut, I need a donut, I need a donut, then my concentration is not going to be good at all. So whenever I'm not addicted to anything at all, sugar, alcohol, cigarette, whatever, I'm going to have more mental clarity. Number 7, your skin is going to look different. And you say, why my skin? Well, there are a bunch of ways in which your skin is going to look different. When you have a high addiction to sugar, or when you're eating too much sugar all the time, you're going to have chronic inflammation. When you have chronic inflammation and when you have insulin spikes all the time, women might get polycystic ovarian syndrome, or what you might look as PCOS, which is the way that you're going to find it everywhere. PCOS is very related to acne. But chronic inflammation and chronic insulin spikes are going to drive acne in women with PCOS or even in men. When you have chronic inflammation and chronic glycation, which is a process in which cells capture a lot of inflammation and sugar through time, chronic glycation, it's something that is going to make the skin look older even in a younger person. When you have chronic inflammation, you have more tendency to getting acne, dermatitis, rashes. You're going to have more allergies in your skin. You're going to have chronic dysbiosis. You're going to alter your stomach, and if you alter your stomach, then you're going to have chronic dysbiosis as well, because you're altering the acid in your stomach. So quitting sugar all the time, for sure is going to have a high impact in the way your skin looks. Number 8, your joints are going to feel less rigid. Nowadays, a lot of patients have chronic arthritis, even if it's because of wear and tear or because they have rheumatoid arthritis or any kind of arthritis at all. When you have inflammation in your joints, they're going to feel that you cannot move them as you used to do it before. But if you have chronic inflammation because you have a disease of wear and tear, or if it's an autoimmune disease, and now you're adding more inflammation because you're eating too much sugar and you're eating it all the time, then you're going to have more inflammation. And it's something that you're going to notice for sure. Number 9, when you quit sugar and when you quit that reward of something sweet everywhere, you're going to start feeling flavor in your food different. You're going to see that the way things taste, it's much different. You're going to find sweetness even in lemon. And you might say, lemon? Yeah, you're going to find sweetness in lemon. You're going to feel oranges, different apples, whatever. You're going to recover your taste, because when you're looking for sweetness or for that sugary reward, you're going to look for that all the time. And food is something you need to, it's something to have fun, something to enjoy, something that you can start noticing what's salt, sweet, sour, acid, whatever. So when you quit sugar, you're going to recover the way that food tastes in your mouth. And number 10, which is something that for me, it's the most important thing, is when you have control of chronic inflammation and when you have control on your metabolism, you're controlling part in which can lead you to the number 1 cause of death in the world, which is cardiovascular disease. And there is something very important. We cannot say that the cause of cardiovascular disease in the world, it's sugar, because it's not. You cannot say that it's one thing, or it's gluten, or it's artificial sweeteners. No, it's the combination of all. But the thing is, we're not aware of the amount of sugar that we eat every single day, because it's hidden in every single thing that we're eating day by day by day. And we're eating that since we're kids. But if you quit sugar, if you take it away from your diet, and if you start balancing your nutrients in a good way, in a way that you really understand and that you can control, then you're going to have metabolic control. And if you have metabolic control, you're going to have less chance of getting cardiovascular disease and less chance of having some ways of cancer, which are attached to, of course, chronic inflammations, free radicals, and all the causes related to insulin as a growth factor. So try it. You're not going to have any danger. You're not going to lose anything. You're going to be winning, and you're going to be gaining a lot of things that are going to be positive to your health, to your mental health, to your physical health. And one more thing. Again, the thing with sugar, it's the dose and it's the frequency. It's the same thing like alcohol. You can enjoy some alcohol once in a while, and once you know the dose that you can make it. Once you know the dose that you can take it. But when you're not aware, then you can have a lot of problems in your health. And with sugar, it's exactly the same thing. There is something that I like to tell my patients, is that you don't drown in water because of water. You drown because you don't know how to swim. And what we want to do with this channel and with all the information that we provide is teach you how to swim. So you can make all your choices with the consciousness, with all the scientific background, so you can change your health and you can regain being the leader and being in charge of your health. And before we leave, remember that the best way so you can support us is by sharing the video, hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, and please remember also to hit the bell so we can tell you every time that we make a new video.